Let's take a look at example 2. We'll call it part C. All right, you see it up on the screen on the board. All right. Oh, look, power on a group. Oh, chain rule. Chain, chain, chain. What's the chain rule for integrals? There is not one. Really? Okay. So here's the deal. For now, we should be able to do some algebra to this thing. And yes, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going off here to the side and I'm going, well, what would 2x plus 1 to the third power look like? Oh yeah, that would be that group written out 3 times, wouldn't it? That's no big deal. Now, what if that was the 39th power? That would be messy algebra, wouldn't it? We'll talk about that later. There will be a different technique if that was a really large power, x to the 3,000th power. You don't want to write it out 3,000 times and distribute. I guess you could, but whatever. All right, so the algebra behind this would be to distribute these two, and that's going to give us 4x squared plus 2x, outer inner, plus last. This is just the algebra going on here. I hope it makes sense. All right, then you distribute this. I don't remember the acronym when you distribute a trinomial with a binomial, but anyway, that'll be 8x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8x squared plus 4x plus 2x plus 1. I sure hope I don't make an algebra mistake here. I'm going to get home tonight and go, oh my gosh, I made a mistake there, and it's out there forever on the internet. 8x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8x squared plus 4x plus 2x plus 1, all that. Let's combine like terms. Let's transfer this up over here. Upon combining like terms, it looks like we have 8x cubed plus 12x squared plus 6x plus 1. That's just distributing. That's just algebra. All right, change the integrand. On this assignment, we're going to make them where you can do somewhat straightforward algebra here. All right, so it's just algebra. If you don't remember how to do that, then call up your algebra teacher and say, I got a bone to pick with you, all right? And go and kick them in the butt. And then half of you are looking at me like, turn around so I kick you in the butt because it was you. All right, go ahead, kick me. I need to get closer, huh? Okay, so anyway, now that we have that in place, now that we all feel better, let's find the antiderivative. And again, we just have terms and powers. That's the only integration technique you guys know how to do so far. All right, so won't this be 8x to the 4th over 4, n plus 1 over n plus 1, plus 12x to the 3rd over 3, n plus 1 over n plus 1, plus 6x squared over 2, plus, and then what's the integral of 1? You know what you're supposed to ask me when I ask you that? If I say, what's the antiderivative, what's the integral of 1? You're supposed to say, with respect to what variable? X. Oh, that'd be x. Because guess what? If it was with respect to t, that would be a t, wouldn't it? So that dx is telling us that. And then, this is to be evaluated from 2 to 4. All right, I would again recommend we clean them up first. Let's call that 2x to the 4th plus 4x cubed. It's just simple arithmetic. 3x squared plus x. That's going to be evaluated from 2 to 4. And here you go. You go stick the 4 in there. Crunch it, crunch it, crunch it, crunch. You go stick the 2 in there. Crunch it, crunch it, crunch. Crunch it, crunch, crunch it. Subtract them. Okay? Mr. Slobberhead did the math ahead of time, and off the top of his head, 742 should be what that would crunch out to be. And guess what? That's just arithmetic.